Sometimes when people find out I have 5 kids, they think I'm good at parenting, which is kind of like assuming people with lots of cats are not crazy. I have no idea what I'm doing, and there's no learning curve. It's not like when you learn from one child, you can apply to another one, because kids are annoying. They're like individual humans with their own interests. I encounter this constantly. I'm like, all right, you want to play basketball, you want to do parkour, and you want to do karate. Well, you're all doing basketball. Because this guy's only making one trip. And if you don't like it, you can blame your brother, whatever his name is. I do try. I try to be a good dad. My wife and I, we try to be good parents. We try so hard. Not that you'd be able to tell. Like if you met one of my sons, you might think, oh wow, Jim decided not to parent this one. What, did he feed him in a cage? We try to get our sons to sit at a dinner table like humans. It's not in their nature. Eventually, all parents ask themselves, like, am I having any impact at all? Is it nature or nurture? You know, the parents of NBA players are probably pretty confident it was mostly us. But you know, the Dahmers were like, we had nothing to do with this. Now, if you have young children, you might think I'm being negative, but if you have teenagers, you're like, Jim's being nice. Because it's a different experience. Like, by round of applause, who only has children under the age of 5? Just under the age of 5. Okay. You know nothing. You live in a fantasy. You're probably not even fat or an alcoholic yet. I know your life is hard, but it's gonna get so much worse. Enjoy this brief period when your children still like you. Parenting is hard the entire time. The task changes, though. When you have a baby, you're like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done, but I would do anything for this baby. And when you have a teenager, you're like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done, but I don't want to go to jail for murder. Your experience may differ. Our real issue, the issue we face, is we have too many kids. We have too many kids, but if I did anything about it now, people would get so upset. How old is the fetus? 17 years. 5 kids is a lot. It's a lot. And my wife works so hard. She works so hard, and I try to travel as much as I can. There's always help. We always have a babysitter or a helper. And these people have incredible backstories. Often they've escaped from countries with oppressive regimes. They're always sending money back to help a relative. And after they've worked for us for a month, they always come up and say the same thing. I quit. I'm like, do you need more money? And they're like, I'm going back to North Korea. That place is like a vacation compared to being around your family. 5 kids is a lot. My parents had 6 kids, but it was easier back then because they didn't care. 6 wasn't even that big. We lived across from a family that had 13 kids. 13. You never even saw the mother. Occasionally there'd be a shadow in a window. She was like Boo Radley. We weren't sure she even existed. Eventually I met the mother of 13, and she was a sweet woman who obviously hadn't slept in 40 years. But she looked like a mom, because moms used to look like moms. Now moms look like yoga teachers. Moms look like yoga teachers, and dads look like yoga teacher stalkers. When a dad can't find a mom, he definitely sounds like a stalker. He's like, where the hell is she? I'm gonna kill that woman. Can I help you, sir? Oh, it's my wife. I'm gonna kill her.